Hello students, welcome back to online classes. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Today we are going to start with the second part of the same chapter, that is algebraic expression, and the very new topic is properties of multiplication. Let us see the first property, that is commutative property of multiplication. It says that if we are taking any two integers and if we are going to find out the product of two integers, and if the places of that integers are being interchanged, the product that we are going to obtain will be the same. If we are going to assign x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5 the value, then according to commutative property of multiplication, x into y is equal to y into x. It means 4 into 5 is equal to 5 into 4. In both the cases, LHS and RHS are coming equal, that is 20. Let us move to another property, that is associative property of multiplication. It says that x into y into z in one bracket is equal to x into y into z, x into y in one bracket into z. In both the cases, if LHS is coming equal to RHS, then it satisfies associative property of multiplication. So let us take an example. If x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4 and z is equal to 5, then according to associative property of multiplication, if we are going to assign the value of x, y and z, you can see in both the cases the answer is coming 60. It means that both LHS and RHS are equal. I hope both the properties are clear to everyone. Let us move to another property, that is distributive property of multiplication over addition. It says that x into y plus z is equal to x into y in one bracket plus x into z in another bracket. Let us see with the help of an example. If x is equal to 2, y is equal to 5 and z is equal to 8, then according to distributive property of multiplication over addition, 2 into 5 plus 8 in one bracket is equal to 2 into 5 plus 2 into 8. In both the cases, the answer is coming same, that is 26. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. Now, let us move to another topic, that is distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. In this property, in place of plus, we are going to place a minus sign. Only that much. It means P into Q minus R in one bracket is equal to P into Q minus P into R in another bracket. Let us see with the help of an example. If P is equal to 6, Q is equal to 8 and R is equal to 3, then according to distributive property of multiplication over addition, 6 into 8 minus 3 in one bracket is equal to 6 into 8 in one bracket minus 6 into 3 in one bracket. Now you can see in both the cases both LHS and RHS are equal, coming equal. This means LHS is equal to RHS. Let us move to another property, that is identity rule. It says that if any number or any alphabet is multiplied by 1, the product that we are going to obtain will be the number or an alphabet itself. Let us see with the help of an example. If x is equal to 10, then in place of x I am going to place 10. 10 into 1 is equal to 10, or 1 into 10 is always equal to 10. Let us come to another property, that is 0 property. If 0 is multiplied to any number or alphabet, the product that we are going to obtain will be 0, not the number itself. Example, if x is equal to 5, then 5 into 0 is equal to 0, or 0 into 5 is equal to 0. Let us move to another topic, that is evaluating an expression. How you are going to evaluate whether the given expression is a numerical expression or it is an algebraic expression. So first of all, we are going to see the definition, what is numerical expression and what is expression. An expression whose value can be evaluated is called numerical expression. It means in the above example, by using a BODMAS method. Simply you are going to find out the value of this algebraic expression. Why? Because there are no variables or literals given over here. But in expression, what is an expression? An expression whose value cannot be evaluated until and unless the value of a variable is known to us. It is called expression. In the below example, you can see 3x minus 8. You cannot find out the value of this algebraic expression because the value of x is not known to you. Until and unless you are not going to assign a different value to x, you cannot find out the value of the whole algebraic expression. So that is the difference between numerical expression and expression. Let us move to another topic, that is linear equation. So what is an linear equation? An equation in which the highest power of a variable is 1 is called a linear equation. Let us see with the help of an example. Over here x plus 5 is equal to 2. Now x is a variable over here whose highest power is 1. If any variable in an algebraic expression, if a single variable is given and the variable contain the highest power as 1, then it is called a linear equation. And if in an algebraic expression, if a single variable is given whose highest power is 2, that is called a quadratic equation. That is the difference between linear and quadratic equation. Let us move to another topic, that is solution of an equation. What is a solution of an equation? The solution of an equation makes the two sides of an equation equal if it is that number which, when substituted for the variable in the given equation, makes its left hand side equal to its right hand side. Let us see with the help of an example. Find the solution of the given equation. In the above equation, if we are going to find out the value of x, and if we are going to put that value of x in the original equation, and after putting the value of x, if both LHS and RHS are coming equal, then we can say that x is equal to 3 is the solution of an equation 2x plus 6 is equal to 12. Over here I have taken out the value of x as 3. Now if I have to check whether the solution, the value of x that I have taken is correct or not, so simply we are going to put that value of x in the original equation, and if it makes both LHS and RHS equal, then simply we can say that the above answer is the solution of a given equation. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Now there are various methods to solve a linear equation. The first is trial and error method. In this type of method, what we have to do, we have to allot different values to a variable until and unless the value of a variable which I get makes both LHS and RHS equal. Let us see with the help of an example. M plus 3 is equal to 2m minus 1. So first of all, I will start with 0. If I am going to put m as m is equal to 0, now taking LHS, if in place of m I am going to place 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. Again in RHS, 2m minus 1. So 2 into 0 is equal to 0 minus 1 is equal to minus 1. It means LHS and RHS are not coming equal. Again, if m is equal to 2, putting the value in LHS I will get 4, and putting the value in RHS I will get 1. This shows that both LHS and RHS are not coming equal. Again, for m is equal to 2, when I am going to put m is equal to 2 in LHS, I will get 5, and in RHS I am going to get 3. Again 5 is not equal to 3. This means LHS is not equal to RHS. Now if m is equal to 3, I am getting LHS as 6 and RHS as 5. This means LHS and RHS are not coming equal. Now, if m is equal to 4, I will get LHS as 7 and RHS as 7. This means LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, we can say that m is equal to 4 is the solution of an equation m plus 3 is equal to 2m minus 1. I hope this method is clear to everyone. Let us move to another method, that is transposition method. In this method, whatever the constant is, we are going to bring the constant together, and if we are shifting a constant from LHS to RHS, this means that the sign will always change. That method is called transposition method. So let us see with the help of an example. 7 plus 4x is equal to minus 5, or it can be written as 4x plus 7 is equal to minus 5. So when I am going to shift plus 7 to RHS, its value, its sign will change. It is plus over here, so it will become minus. So 4x is equal to minus 5 minus 7. So 4x is equal to minus 12. Now over here 4 is multiplied by x. So when I am going to bring it to right hand side, it will go at the place of denominator. So this means we are transpose 4 and change sign from multiplication to division. So what I am getting, x is equal to minus 3. So x is equal to minus 3 is the solution of an equation. After, when you are going to check it, how you are going to check it, I will tell you. After finding out the value of x, I am going to put the value of x in left hand side. So 7 plus 4x is equal to 7 plus 4 into minus 3 is equal to minus 12. So 7 plus minus 12 makes 7 minus 12. So what I am getting in LHS, minus 5. RHS is already minus 5. So this means that x is equal to minus 3 is the solution of an equation. Now the third rule is thumb rule. In this rule, we simply shift the constant. We simply do not shift the constant, means we are not going to shift the constant, but we are going to see the constant and we are going to place the opposite of the constant. Means if x plus 3 is equal to 10 is given over here, so whatever the value of 3 is, whether it is positive or negative, we are going to place the same number along with the opposite sign on both the sides. It means x plus 3 minus 3 is equal to 10 minus 3. Plus 3 minus 3 cancelled. So x is equal to 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. Again we are going to verify that whether LHS is coming equal or not by putting the value of x. X is as 7. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. It means both LHS and RHS are coming equal. This shows that x is equal to 7 is the solution of an equation. I hope all the topics that I have explained is pretty much clear to everyone. Now this chapter is over. Along with this video, I am going to send my lesson plan. So please complete all your work in your classwork copy. Till then, be safe and goodbye everyone.